So you're thinking mechanical, wireless, and lights. I think I might have something here for you. So this right here is literally the cheapest full-size backlit wireless mechanical keyboard on Amazon. Is it worth the hype or is it a waste of time? Let's check it out. First thing we're gonna talk about is the lights and the light modes on this keyboard. They are pretty decent. They're not the best. And you also don't get RGB. You don't get to control all of them. You don't get to do any specific patterns or custom patterns or anything like that. You have certain custom presets that you can easily change using the FN and the F9 key. One of my favorite ones is actually just to keep it on without any effects, because I think the effects are really distracting to me. But you know, if you're the type that really likes the effects and all that, like I said, you have some custom presets that you can switch between. Now that we got the lights out of the way, let's actually go ahead and talk about the pros and cons of this keyboard. Let's start with the pros. First pro, obviously, it is wireless. Second pro is the fact that it comes with a 1300 milliamp hour battery that lasts you 10 days on heavy use, and it lasts you about 25 days on normal use, which is not bad at all. Also, the build quality of this keyboard is really solid. Seen better, but this is definitely not bad at all. There also isn't any flicks on the keyboard. Also in the back, you got these, so it's not bad. Last but not least, you also have a battery indicator that lets you know when the battery is fully charged. I also love the fact that this is not powered by AAA battery or anything like that, and the battery is built in. Now let's jump into the cons of this keyboard, which first one is it doesn't have a wrist. For me, I actually needed the keyboard to not have a wrist, or at least a removable one, because I bought an external one and I really like to use that one. So this is not really affecting me that much, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna affect you if you don't have that wrist. Second con is the fact that it doesn't use MX Cherry switches, which is kind of a letdown. But then again, it uses the Gateron brown switches, which aren't really that bad. They're tactile and they're quieter than my old keyboard. Third con, it uses micro USB to charge, which I wish that was a USB-C, because we're heading to the future with the USB-C, but this still has a micro USB cable to charge. Fourth one is the fact that it doesn't have Bluetooth, which pretty much means you can't switch from one computer to another without having to plug in that little USB stick that comes with it. Which brings me to the next point. I mean, if you're gonna make a keyboard that takes a little USB stick so you can connect it to the computer, at least make a space in the keyboard to actually put that thing in it, because otherwise it's very easy to lose that little USB thing that comes with the keyboard. This brings me to my next biggest issue with this keyboard, is the fact that the keycaps themselves, they don't look really good to me. I don't like how they look, and I don't really like the font on them at all. I mean, they could have put a little bit more effort into the keycaps, honestly, and the fact that they hold a lot of light in that comes from underneath these keycaps. So pretty much literally 60 or 50% of the light that comes is being held by the keycaps themselves, so that's pretty bad. But luckily my girl just got me these keycaps that are really cool. I'll put a link in the description if you guys want to check them out. They look super sick with this keyboard. Two last things to mention about this keyboard: no programmable keys and no RGB lights. Alright, so this brings me to the next point. Do I actually recommend this keyboard to you? Here's the deal. If you have to have a wireless keyboard and you also love mechanical keyboards and you want to have a little bit of backlight, then I would say this keyboard is actually a pretty good bet to you if you are on a budget. But if you do not need any wireless keyboard, I would highly suggest you stick with the wired mechanical keyboards, because you get better performance at a better price with more features, and it's just better in every single aspect, and even the price might go lower. I feel like the main selling point of this keyboard, honestly, is the fact that it is wireless and the fact that it is mechanical keyboard. The lights in this does not matter, the switches do not matter, nothing matters except for the fact that this keyboard is a mechanical keyboard and it's a wireless keyboard. that being said, that brings us to the end of the video. If you guys didn't like the video, make sure to hit the dislike. But if you like the video, make sure to hit the like. Also get subscribed down below. Ring the bell so you don't miss any future uploads. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in another episode.